Good evening, believers. How are you doing today? I am doing well. I hope that you are doing well. This is Love Coach Dasha coming to you today for the Healing Hour Live. Now, you are in the right place if you have been through the trauma of infidelity. Somebody that you love very much cheated on you, but you're still with that person. You still want to be with that person. You're just not exactly sure how to do that without like losing your mind, right? You've had the ups and downs. You can't quite seem to forgive. You keep getting stuck. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about getting on the healing path and staying on the healing path after that infidelity to get to the point where you love this person again and you're open to loving this person again and you're happy. I think you deserve to be happy. So let's work on happy, shall we? All right. So let me make sure I got everything set up here. Hello to you. Come join me. Come. Hello. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're posting. Let me know that you're here. Give me likes. Give me love. Let me know that you're here with me, that you are within the sound of my voice, and you are trying to get on that healing path. All right, I can't find myself. Where am I on Facebook? Make sure I'm over here on Facebook. I'm here on Instagram. Hey, y'all. All right. All right, there it is. Hello to everybody watching. Come on in here. Come say hi. Give me likes. Give me love. Let me know that you're here with me to get on this healing path in the Healing Hour Live today. I'm so glad that you're here with me. You know, I love talking to you. This is one of my favorite things to do. Every week, I am super anxious all day. I'm super anxious. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I hope this is good. I hope it goes well. You know, thinking about the tech and sending out emails and making sure that you know that I'm on. And then it's like in that last like half hour before I get on here, I get in the zone and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go talk. I'm not nervous anymore. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to come talk to you about getting on the healing path. So I got my build up of positive emotion going on right now. So you all come on in here and talk with me about what is going on with you. I want to answer your questions and help you get on this healing path. And I see we got questions. I'm so glad that you all are here. Selena, Brittany, thanks so much for your questions. We are going to answer those. All right, Brittany, hi, glad you're here. All right, I can see everything. If this is the first time you've really gotten to know me, hello. If you hadn't been with me before, but I do this every week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the Love After Cheating Facebook group. So if you're not in my Facebook group, come join my Facebook group. I am on Instagram as Love Coach Dasha, and I am on YouTube streaming every week doing the Healing Hour Live. This is your show. This is your time. I am here to coach you, give you all of the information that I can possibly give you about getting past this trauma, about healing from this. You deserve that healing. You deserve to be able to heal and be able to be with the person that you love. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I know a lot of people will tell you, oh, you shouldn't want to be with this person anymore. They're just going to treat you bad. You're telling them that it's the green light, that they can just cheat on you all they want to. That is not what you're doing. If you love somebody and you forgive them for something, most of the time, if you really actually have forgiven them, they're going to really try not to do this again. They're going to really try not to hurt you in that way again because you've already shown them something that they have never seen before. That's like unconditional love. All right. If they don't appreciate that, all right, then you know that, and you know you could move on if you wanted to. But if you don't want to move on, I am fully with you. I back you on that. I don't think that you're making a bad decision. I think that this is the person that you love, and you have made this decision, and you have thought about all of the reasons why this is the person that is worth a little bit of forgiveness from you. And I think that you're right. I don't know exactly what your reasons are, but I can guarantee you that they're right. And it is okay for you to do this if this is what you want to do. Don't beat yourself up. Don't give yourself a hard time about it. just go ahead and accept it about yourself. It may be a little painful to accept about yourself that this person is a person who could break your rules. But if you find that kind of love, if you find somebody who makes you willing to let your rules be a little broken, bend them a little bit, reshape them a little bit, then that's not a bad thing, is it? I don't think it is. Me personally, I'm kind of a romantic though. So, you may not be a romantic like I am, but I want to be just a little crazy in love, and I'm a little crazy in love with mine. We are 15 years past D-Day, and crazy in love, love him. Love him. He got on my nerves last week, but for the most part, like, we don't even really argue anymore. There's not all that heaviness and hurt feelings and anger. And I want to teach you how to get there. Yes, part of it is time, but this has been some years that we've been like this. And I know that there are steps that you can take to get out of that dark place and get to a better place with your boo. All right? All right. If you're here with me now, say hi. Let me know you're with me. Want to see everybody? Okay. All right. So we're going to start it off like we always start it off. I'm always going to tell you basic things that you can do that you need to actually be doing on a regular basis to actually help to start to heal this trauma. There are things that you can do to heal trauma. You got to start acting on them though. You can't just, leave them to chance, not really focus on them, not really give yourself that time because you're not going to heal like that. Healing takes a little effort. It does. The same way a physical wound needs a little effort to heal. If you could just leave it open, you could. And sometimes that is a good thing for it to get some air. But if it is a deep wound like this wound, you want to kind of cover it up. You don't want it to get all infected. You don't want to get stuff all down in it. So we have to do some things that are self-care for this wound that we have experienced, this trauma that we've experienced. We need to apply some antiseptic. We need to put on some bandages and cover this wound and help this wound heal as much as it can. And these things that I'm going to tell you are the things that you can always do to start this healing process. All right. So the first thing is do your deep breathing. Have you been doing your deep breathing? If you've been with me long, you know that I'm going to ask you that every week. Are you doing your deep breathing? You need to do that, okay? That's just a little bit of self-care. That's not even a whole bunch of self-care. That is some self-care you don't even have to prepare for. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to ask any permission. You don't have to get somebody to watch the kids. It is self-care you can do self-contained. And we need all of that we can get, okay? If you're going to heal from something like this, you need as much self-care as you can possibly have. So do your deep breathing 5 times a day. It is excellent for all types of pain. When you increase that oxygen level, you've been through trauma, so it's not just a mental thing. This is a physical thing that has happened to you as well. It's not just a little bit of heartbreak. It is affecting how your body and your brain work. So you actually change over. Your physiology changes up when you've gone through this trauma like this. And so it changes your breathing on the very most basic of levels. It changes your breathing. And if you change your breathing back, you tell your brain, I know we were wounded. We were. But I'm back in control now. Don't worry about it. We do not need to be afraid. We do not need to go into fight or flight mode. We don't need our blood pressure raised. We don't need our heart racing. We don't need all of that extra stuff that comes along with a panic reaction, a trauma reaction. So you are basically taking back control of your brain when you do your deep breathing. All right. So 5 times a day. What we do is before 7-8 technique. What I want you to do is blow out first, deflate your lungs, get all that carbon dioxide that is built up in them out. You're going to inhale through your nose if you can. Hold that, and that's for a count of 4. You're going to hold that breath for a count of 7, and then you're going to blow out like you're blowing out a whole cake full of birthday candles in a count of 8. All right. Now I've counted out for you. This is going to help you feel good. Take a note about how you feel right now, and then take a note of how you feel after we do the deep breathing. All right. So join me. Why don't you? All right, first things first, we're going to blow out. Inhale through your nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blow out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful, lovely deep breathing there. How does that feel? Mita, I see you over here on Instagram. How does that feel when you're doing your deep breathing? Does it help you feel a little clearer? Sometimes it'll help you feel a little clearer, might make you feel sleepy, might make you feel more alert, might make you feel like you're a little less tense. It might get rid of a headache. There's all sorts of good things in taking your oxygen. All right. Hey, Lou, I see you over there on Instagram too. Hey, girl. Glad you're here. Hope you're having an awesome week. I bet you are, Lou. Yeah, buddy. All right. Let's see. The next thing that I want you to do on a daily basis. All right. The breathing was 5 times a day. Okay. Set an alarm. Do what you got to do to remember to do that. Just do it. Just don't question it. Don't be like, oh, this is silly. I'm just breathing. Trust and believe. Regular deep breathing is going to bring that level of anxiety and trauma and stress and fear down to a manageable level. All right. The next thing you're going to do is do your journaling. Have you been doing your journaling? Lou, tell them about it, girl. I know you've been doing your journaling. You've been doing your journaling. Tell them about it. All right. Oh, Mina, hey, he said, great, I needed it, haven't been here in a while, and I just got pissed off about something totally unrelated, bad delivery service and a manager confrontation, and I sat down and said, you were going to come see me. I'm glad I could be here for you in the moment, Mina. So glad. Because it works, right? I said, need to watch Dasha right now to calm down. And guess what? Your live notification came up. You were asking for me. I'm trying to be out there in the world when you all need me. I'm trying to be out here available to you. Right? Yes. And Lou said, yes, journaling is my BFF when venting. You can vent all you want to in a journal. And you're not telling them, okay, you're horrible and I feel like crap when I'm around you and you're such a terrible person. You're not telling that to them. You're telling it to a piece of paper. Sometimes journaling is what you need to get the thoughts out of your head and away from you. You know, your brain will keep on repeating stuff over and over and over again when you're stressed out. Well, if you write it down, if you take your handy dandy journal, my good vibes one right here, they came from the Dollar Tree. I love that. That is adorable. All right, you get the plushy one. All right, you get look at that. It's beautiful. Little holographic, whatever. I don't care what kind of journal it is, but when you sit down, you got somebody who's going to listen to you. Somebody is going to take all of those thoughts and hold them for you. Think of your journal as just being able to hold all your thoughts for you. And so then you don't have to direct those thoughts at your mate as you're trying to heal. You can go ahead and put them down in your journal. And they're there and you can come back to them. And it's a good thing to come back and read about that stuff because you got a lot of data in this journal. You got a lot of things that you can look in there and be like, okay, this happened, this good thing happened, this bad thing happened. I have some evidence that, things have changed. I do I can tell that my brain is just freaking out because I know that the opposite is written in my journal. So if my brain is telling me, oh, it has never been good between the two of you since this happened. But you can go back in your journal and you can find a couple of entries where it's like, yeah, we were having a great time last week. Or we really enjoyed one another this night. You can tell that your brain is lying then. You can tell that it's just the trauma messing with you. Looking good, 156. I see you over there on Instagram. Glad you're here with me. Thank you for joining. We are talking about getting on the healing path after infidelity and journaling right in your journal. You need to do that twice a day, okay? Once in the morning when you first get up, make that be a little bit extra self-care. This is 10 minutes of self-care in a day. So we got what is it? It takes maybe about 2 minutes to do the deep breathing. So 5 times a day, that's about 10 minutes. And 10 minutes total of journaling time. That's 20 minutes. You can do that. You can do that every day. I know damn well you can. So don't make up the excuse that I don't have time. I don't have time for any self-care for this. No, you do. You don't have the time not to do these things. Okay? You really don't. So twice a day. About 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, sit down with your journal. Pour your heart out. Get all of your thoughts and your anxieties and your everything down onto the paper and then leave it there. You can actually just leave it there. Let it marinate, and then, okay, I can come back and read about that a little bit later if I need to. But it's out of you and in the physical world. So your brain is like, oh, well, she wrote it down, and it's right there. It's physically in her presence. So, okay, I don't have to keep thinking that thought over and over and over again. You can provide yourself with a little relief, okay? So do your journaling. Do your journaling. Date, time, level of anxiety at the top of the page, and level of anxiety when you get done, because you'll notice that, oh, I feel better. If you do the level of anxiety at the beginning and level of anxiety at the end, you will notice that you feel better once you've done your journaling. That will encourage you to do it again. But level of anxiety is 0 to 10. 0 is no pain, no stress at all. Everything is beautiful. All is right with the world. You write that down. All right. Even if everything is wonderful, write that. You need to know that later on so that you don't have a book full of horror. You have a book full of, okay, there were some ups and downs, so that you can better determine how to regulate your emotions and what is really going on inside you. All right, write down to 0. And then if you're at a 10 is a loss of control. It is, I want to rip my hair out, tear my clothes off, run screaming down the street naked. You're not sitting there writing in your journal at a 10. If you feel like you're at a 10, you're probably not. If you got pen in hand, sitting down, writing your date and your time, you are not out of control at that point. So it maybe is a 9, but it's not quite a 10. If you can't get yourself together to sit down and do your journal, that's probably a 10. But either way, that's as big as it can get. It is as big as a 10. That is, it can't go any further. It can't get any bigger. It can't eat you because it's only at a 10. You would put a fence around those feelings, and it has to be contained within that fence so then it doesn't grow up to be some big monster in your head. All right. Oh, we got the basics down. Do your breathing. Do your journaling. Now, another thing that you can do, that you do every day, and I promise you, just this practice alone will change your life. Is be grateful. Be thankful for things. Think about every good thing you have in your life and count those blessings every minute if you have to. Whatever you need to do to remember, okay, I have wonderful things in my life. This wonderful thing here, this wonderful thing here. Every minute, count those blessings. Be thankful for the things that you do have, because it will remind you that this is only a small part of your life. I know it feels like it's all of your life right now, right? Isn't that what it feels like? It feels like this is everything. The fact that he has cheated, the fact that he has done this and hurt me in this way feels like it is every single part of your life, because it affects all the parts of your life. But the thing is, it doesn't change the other good things in your life. The other good things still exist. They are still right there, right in front of you, waiting for you to notice them. And when you do that on a consistent basis, your problems shrink. When you're grateful on a regular basis, it's like, yes, I know this sucks. It's a bad situation, but I have so much good. I have so much good. I'm not going to allow this bad thing that has happened to just beat me down and make me feel like my life is not good. It is good. Okay? You understand that? That makes sense? So Thirsty Thursday is always my way of trying to get you to express that. I want you all to share it in the group because, people will forget that good things happen when they're in the midst of a trauma. They will. And so what we need to do is we need to remember those good things. So I do Thirsty Thursday. And where's the post? Of course, as I go to talk about it, it has disappeared on me. But I know somebody did post in here. My Thirsty Thursday, you might have seen in the Love After Cheating group. I posted my little baggie from K Jewelers. My husband was like, "Hey, take me over to the jewelry store before we go home." I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the jewelry store." Oh. That's my Thirsty Thursday. I know I have a surprise coming. He left me alone in the car with the thing. He left me alone. And I could have looked, but I don't like ruining my own surprises. I like surprises. I am grateful for surprises. I am thankful for those every day. And so I don't ruin them when I get them. So yeah, that's my Thirsty Thursday. I have a surprise coming. All right. But Selena said, hey, Selena said, my homework from counseling this week was to live in the present and not to ask the same questions over and over again. Oh, Selena, your therapist is a woman after my own heart. She's talking to you just like me. And that lead to arguments. So same questions over and over again lead to arguments. It's Thursday and so far so good. I know that's right. Do that homework, Selena. Go ahead on now. If you're going to go to therapy, if you're going to go to couples counseling, you got to do what the counselor is telling you. If you do what they tell you to do, they know things that you don't know. So if you're in there and you got that perspective right there in front of you, do what they're saying because it's effective. They're only telling you things that work. So excellent. I'm so glad that your therapist told you to stop asking the same questions over and over again, because that is the next thing on my list of things, is not to ask those questions. That is one of those things that you can do for yourself that is not going to hurt you, not going to cause you any further trauma. Don't ask those questions about this affair. Don't ask questions about them cheating. You do not want to know the details. Why would you need to know that? Why is that something that you would want to introduce into your psyche? It doesn't seem like a good idea, right? Don't do that to yourself. It hurts, all right? I got better questions. This is the Healing Edition deck. Check this out. This is on Amazon. It's like $30. This is an excellent game to play. You can sit down and soothe that. Your brain wants to ask questions after a trauma, trying to sort all the details so that you don't get hurt again. But your brain doesn't actually care if it's details, if it's questions about the affair. It just wants to ask questions. It just knows that it should be collecting information. So let it collect good information instead of bad information. All right? That's how you do that. That's how you work on this and get to the healing. All right? So I'm going to share with you some of these. Mina, what you say over here? I see you said something here. You said you haven't been on a long time. Things have really changed for the better. I know that's the right, girl. But one big thing I cannot work past is looking at old pictures. I hate looking at old pics of us, which my husband loves to do. But all my brain sees is he cheated here, he cheated there. Yep, here too. Plus, I look like a different woman. I don't know. Oh, well, okay. First of all, take more pictures. That's my take a lot now. Okay, things are better now. Make a lot of memories now. Take all the pictures now and put those pictures up. You will be reminding yourself of right now, things have been really good. You have been healing. You've been getting along. Things are going well. You can control how you look in the picture, because I totally understand. I was just telling my husband about lighting a minute ago. I was like, living in the Zoom age has let us know, oh, you need lighting. Oh, if you're going to take pictures, you need lighting. So I found that out. It looks so much better in lighting, okay? Even just, what is this? This is the little light underneath me. Turn that bad boy off. Look at that. Look at that. I went flat all of a sudden. I'm getting a little healthy glow right here with the lighting. So now you've got that opportunity to take a whole bunch of good pictures. Take a whole bunch of pictures where you are happy, in the styles that you want to, looking good, because this is a come up. Now you can look at those old pictures and be like, yeah, things were hard, man, but things is good now. Things is looking real good in these pictures here. Look at that before and after. That is a beautiful contrast. Thank God we got here. And you'll have that to compare to, so then you'll be able to appreciate the old pictures. There are old pictures now that I used to have a picture hanging in my office before we moved. That was of, like, we had been going through it. I looked awful. I looked awful in the picture. We were at an amusement park and I looked miserable, and it was just a sad time. No, we were on a battleship. That's what we were on. We're touring a battleship with the kids, and I looked awful, because it was just all types of stuff going wrong at that time. But now my pictures look fabulous, and it's like I can go back and look at those old pictures where I was like, oh, I look so tired. I look so much older than I do now. Huh? All right. Well, glad I'm getting younger. Glad I'm getting more beautiful. You feel pretty good about that. Oh, all right. So back to the questions. Instead of asking questions about what happened, which are painful, right? You don't really like to hear the answers to them, right? Oh, you don't like that. So let's play this game instead. So I'm going to give you a few of these questions. These are good questions you can sit down and ask your boo, and they can ask you, and you can have a conversation about it. You don't need 2, 3 of these. You don't need a whole handful. You don't need to like have a deck of cards for a game. You can do about 3 or 4 of these cards, and that will lead to a decent conversation. You can have a decent conversation on 2 or 3 of these cards. This one says, what's the first thing you noticed about me today? Not ever, okay? Because most students, they have a hard time with that. They probably wouldn't remember first thing they ever did. But yeah, what's the first thing you noticed about me today? All right? Christina, I see you over there, girl. Hey, you made it. Glad that you're here. I wasn't looking on that screen. I should have been looking. And then Selena, you said that's good advice. Pics are hard to see, especially epic memories. Oh, let me tell you about that. Facebook memories, you can cut that off. You go into settings, and it's like, I think it's in security and in the settings, and you can change what dates that you see. If it was like, I know he was cheating in this period of time, you can take away all those pictures. You can stop it from showing you memories like that. Yeah, you don't have to even wait for it to pop up and then try and like get rid of it. You can just go into Facebook settings and be like, okay, it was like October to April that he was cheating and I didn't know about it. Okay, and then April through June, I was a mess about it. So October through like June, I don't want to see. And you can program that into Facebook and it won't show you pictures from that. So go do that. That is super helpful too. It doesn't bring up those Facebook memories that like freak you out. But then later on, you can go back and change the settings and actually go back and look at those pictures, and then you'll see how much that you've healed from that. You can see like, oh, okay, I don't feel too bad to look at those pictures now. All right. But thank you. I try and give you the best advice I possibly can. Selena, I try. Want you all to know the good stuff and heal. Life is too short to be hurting forever, okay? At most, I want you to be hurting about this like a year. A year is like reasonable for just, wanting to hurt for a little while over it. Because you do. You kind of want to hurt a little bit over it. But like after about a year, you can get over this. You really can. It does not have to be like forever and ever you're hurting over this. You can start down that healing path. All right, here's another question. This one says, what's the one thing you really want me to understand about you? That's a good question, right? What's one thing that you really want me to understand about you? What's one thing that you really want me to understand about you? That's a great one, right? All right, and one more. What can we gain together? Isn't that an interesting, thought-provoking question? What can we gain together? We've been gaining. Me and my hubby, we've been gaining. We do better and better every year. It was a hot mess when we were young. Yeah, because I think everybody's kind of a hot mess when they're young. But and a new couple. But we've gained a lot together. We gained a lot of respectability together. The two of us were probably not the most respectable folks when we were younger. And we have gained that respectability now. People kind of listen to us and be like, oh, I like your vibe. Yeah, I want to listen to you. All right, I want to hear you out. So, I don't know. I think that's one of the main things we gain. All right. So come at me with questions, y'all. I am here for you. I want to answer your questions. Mita, post some pictures too. Post the new ones. Let us see how wonderful y'all look together now as things are feeling good and you are healed and things are going well. Get those pictures out here. I want to see those. All right. So we've got questions. Now, my post, I don't think the Wednesday night post posted. It was scheduled in here, but I don't see it anywhere. So I guess it just didn't pop up. I usually ask on Wednesday night at 8, hey, I'm going live Thursday night at 8, what you want to know about. But I get it. It just didn't post. Okay. All right, but we got questions. We got questions to answer. And Selena, you're first, because this is a really good question. And this is one of those basics things. This kind of is grouped in with that first group of things that I was just talking to you about. This is one of those things that you should probably be working on like every day, and that's going to help you a lot. It's really good self-care. Okay, so Selena said, I'm finding nights are the worst. Even if things are awesome, it replays when I close my eyes. That is a hard one, right? What we've got to do is we've got to get into little sleep hygiene, get into a routine before bed. I want you to do your journaling at night before you get ready to go to bed. A lot of times, if you can write it down in the journal, a lot of time your brain will let those thoughts go. All right. But I want you to treat yourself. Selena, I don't know if you have kids, but if you have kids, you remember when they were babies, you did a whole bedtime routine, right? It was get a bath, and the smell goods with the bath, because that's going to help you relax, help you get ready for bed. Okay, so you need that. You need to take your bath, your shower with your good aromatherapy. Lavender is always good for resting, for sleep. That's always a good one. It's always one that you can fall back on. It helps to relax you. There's actual studies that show that the smell of lavender actually does like decrease your blood pressure. It does stuff like that. It helps really relax you. It helps with vasoconstriction. So that's an excellent thing to use. Get in your shower, get that warm water going, get yourself ready for bed. All right, you got the smell goods on. You still got that on your skin as you're getting dry, as you're lotioning up. You take the time to spend that time on yourself. Put on some good smelling lotion, something that makes your skin feel soft, at least on the scaly parts, your hands, your feet. Give yourself that little bit of time, that little massage on your own feet and legs, a little bit of time just tending to yourself, because that's what you did for the babies, right? You rubbed them down in a good smelling lotion and talked to them sweetly and told them that it was almost time to go to bed. You do the same thing for you. It is almost time for me to rest and relax. Wonderful day today. And I'm going to have beautiful dreams tonight. Same thing you would do for your babies. You need to be doing for yourself as a routine. It's self-care. You should be doing that for you. It'll help you relax, get you in that frame of mind for sleep. Then a little bit of tea. I love a cup of chamomile. A cup of chamomile knocks me right out. I don't know what it is. It is better than any medication I have ever taken. In 20 minutes with a cup of chamomile, I am sleepy. Right? I am ready to go to bed. And I don't even really dream. I just drop right off to sleep when I take a little chamomile. So get a little cup of chamomile, sleepy time tea, sit down with your journal, right, for about 5 minutes. Make sure that you keep the lights low. Keep it more natural light instead of blue light. The blue light on your screens, on your phone, on your tablets and whatnot, that actually helps stimulate your brain. It is the same light as sunlight. It's our brains associated with that, and so we produce less melatonin when we are looking in those blue screens all the way up until bedtime. So change the color on your screen. About 7 o'clock, I always do it for 7 o'clock, and it works wonders for me. Um, Change it. There's a setting on your phone that will turn it to like night mode, and it will give you this softer, more orange colored light from your phone, and that doesn't disrupt your sleep. All right, so you're doing all of that. You're getting yourself ready. Hey, hey there, girl. I see you over there. Hi, Felicia. I'm glad you made it tonight. You're not at work. You might be at work, but you're still here with me. I'm glad you're here with me. But all of those things, getting ready for bed. Oh, make sure that you got nice pajamas, something that you really like sleeping in, so you're getting prepared for sleep. That will help you. All of these things will help you drop off to sleep faster. So there won't be as much time in there from when you close your eyes for you to have visions. You are going to be laying down in a very relaxed state. You have changed the way your brain is working, and you are relaxing in that state, and you are getting under your covers, and you are resting. And I'm trying to tell you, you don't have any time to think those negative thoughts, because your brain is like, hey, it's bedtime. Go sleep. It's time to go night night. So if you work on that, if you give yourself that routine on a regular basis, I listen to all the stuff on YouTube. They got the binaural beats. They got these lucid dream mixes. They got the people talking. They got ASMR. There's a whole bunch of things on Facebook that will help you relax and sleep. And so then your brain is focused on that and not focused on replaying horrible images in front of your eyes until you go to sleep. So, Selena, that was a lot. Give you a whole bedtime routine there, Selena. Let me know if that seems like a good thing. He says, so true, I need to switch to reading books before bed instead of scrolling my phone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard because it's like, dang, it's right there. It's always so useful to you. But if you change that light setting, you'll notice it too. Because right at 7 o'clock every day, I know, oh, okay, it's time to switch from daytime to nighttime. Then my body starts to adjust to it, and it's like, oh, it's almost time for going to bed, instead of, staying up, because that bright blue light is right in my eyes, and it affects us the same way as sunlight. So if you are seeing sunlight, your body's not producing melatonin. But if you see that softer orange light, and that's what's in your face, it's easier for your body to produce that melatonin so you can get some sleep. So that, all in all, it's about preparing for sleep in a way that'll make it so that there is not a lot of time between lay down and go to sleep. So it's like I have been preparing for sleep all of this time. I don't need to prepare anymore. I don't need to close my eyes and lay here for a long time. I've done all the things that will help me to sleep. And then when I lay down, it is time to sleep. So then your body will get used to doing that. And then it doesn't feed you all those terrible images while you're, waiting to go to sleep. That makes sense, Selena? Oh, and that's one of my favorite things to talk. I love to sleep, honey. It could be a hobby for me. I love some sleep. I feel like we do not get enough rest. We do not get enough sleep as people. Remember, you had to have all those hours of sleep as a kid, and then they came up and they were like, oh, you only need 6 hours of sleep now that you're an adult. I think that is a lie. I think they're lying to us about that, and that is not healthy. We need to be sleeping more. So I'm fully for that. So, taking that time for yourself and really resting is important to healing. Because I was a nurse for 20 years. If somebody can't sleep, they can't heal. It's gonna mess them up. You've got cortisol going, those stress hormones happening, and you are not your body is not allowing the healing because it is struggling not having the sleep. So I fully believe, get a nap. If you cranky, take a nap. Take a nap, girl. It's okay. Drink some water, then take a nap. Please, she see my phone freezing up on me. Girl, I know mine was doing the same thing today. It rained all day today. All day, just pouring rain all day today. My reception sucked. It was just terrible. Oh, you're off on Thursdays. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you do that on purpose just to be with me? I feel special. I know you didn't try. I know you didn't arrange your day off just to see me, but I'm glad you're here. Oh, let's see, Christina. Hey, Christina. Christina says, I had my my ex-friend, the girl who cheated on me with, texted me from different numbers last night trying to lie and say my old man was with my neighbor too, which I know for a fact is not true. I just don't understand why this girl even cares about what my man is doing, first off. But what in her right mind would make her think that I would even hear her out? I think she's lost her marbles. She better start worrying about her husband and family. She just won't go away, even though my man wants, what does it say, nothing to do with it? It cut off. I can't see it now. No, I'm thinking that's what you're saying. Nothing to do with it. It's not showing. All right, I don't know why I did that. All right, but yeah, okay. Some of them are nuts. Some of them are just nuts. That's what it is. Okay. The basic problem is, okay. All right. Number one, she was cheating on her mate. All right, that's the first thing. Hurt people hurt people. If she was cheating, she's hurting in some way. She's hurting something probably to do with her man. That's probably why she's not so worried about him. But the thing is, misery loves company. All right, so that's still hurt people, isn't it? I think that's the same thing. Misery loves company and hurt people are saying the exact same thing. Never thought about that before. But yeah, she wants you to be kind of miserable too. So then if I can play games on the phone, because I have nothing else to do better with my time than to sit here and play games on the phone with you, calling you from different numbers, then that means that you're going to be miserable too. I'm not going to be miserable all by myself. I'm going to cause you pain and cause your family pain because I'm in pain. That's all that is. That's all it is. And it's like, it's a bad trait of human beings, but it is a trait of human beings. And, you just got to be aware of that and not fall for it, not get all into it. She is just begging for attention. You go and mess with a married man because you don't have good self-esteem. And, her husband wasn't helping her with it, so she thought another man could help her with her self-esteem. But you don't have good self-esteem if you choose to go sleep with a married man. Like that, you're choosing somebody who is unavailable to you. So that shows you what you think about yourself, right? It tells you, like, oh, okay, well, you must not think too great about yourself if you're getting somebody that you know you can't have. And then people think that, oh, I had sex with them, that means I had them. No, that's not what that means. That means you let them use your body because you don't feel good about yourself. And you thought that using your body was caring about you in some way, connecting with you in some way. And so then that makes you feel a little bit better, but still makes you feel a little dirty too. So she can't just feel all of those feels and leave you alone. She's got to come and mess with you because you're working out your relationship. You are doing well again with him. You are working things out and she's still in her misery while you are doing better. That's all that is. It's a little hate. It's a little misery loves company. It's a little just I want to hurt you because I'm hurting. So don't pay her any mind. You know what is true and what is not true. Yes, you do. Just because this has happened, people be like, oh, you just said for sure he is not doing all that. You trust what you know. You know for sure he is not doing that, so you don't have to listen to that nonsense. You don't have to do it. That makes sense. I know they suck like when they're like that. I know. You're like, come on, chick. Like seriously, you gotta ruin my day because your day is bad. You gotta ruin my day because your self-esteem sucks. No, I don't think that's cool. I'm not gonna pay you any mind. Ignore her, hang up on her, sending you messages, erase them. Don't give her that attention that she wants. That's all it is. She wants to have some attention because that makes her feel better. So you didn't fall for it. It actually made me laugh. Well, good. That's some good healing right there, isn't it? When you get to laugh at the foolishness, that feels healing. That feels like, okay, I'm going to be all right. When you get to actually laugh at it, because it's pathetic, and you should laugh at it. It was pitiful. That's just I'm going to try and make you upset because I'm upset move. Nah. You could have made me do that because you were my friend. If you was upset, I'd have been upset with you because you're my friend. But no, you want to cheat on your husband with my husband, and you think that I'm supposed to be upset with you now? No, I think not. So yes, I am fully for that. I'm glad that you didn't fall for it. For real, for real. Whew, girl, I try to tell you. That's self-esteem, man. And that's all it is. They just feel bad about themselves. Oh, hey, Jesse. I see you over there on Instagram. Hello. Glad that you're with me. It just sucks. It does. It sucks um, that they feel like that about themselves. That's sad to me. I had to just, the ones that knew he was cheating, because it was times where he told them he was married, and the whole I'm just so unhappy with my wife. He wasn't. We were fine. There wasn't anything wrong with us, but he would tell them that because that's what a side chick wants to hear. Oh, he's so unhappy with her, so I can make him happy and he can validate me. That's what that was. And then there was some that just didn't know. There was some that had no idea, didn't know what he was doing, come to find out. So, yeah. Don't pay that any mind. Don't pay that any mind. Let's see. Any other questions? What y'all got for me? Let me know. Is there another one right here? I can't see it. There's two. Oh, okay, a few more. One more. All right. Okay, Brittany. Brittany says, how to deal with boundaries being set with him and he doesn't even try. Then when I say I want a divorce, he has been so open and so sorry, saying all the right things I wish he would have said from Discovery Day. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. His son was the owner of his company. His boundary was to quit the job and quit her. However, he said he just couldn't bear to say the words. To say the words, which one? To quit the job or to stop messing with her? We have to figure out which one that is. Okay, first of all, boundaries aren't about what they do. Boundaries are about what you do. You can't set a boundary for somebody else. You can't to try and control, you have to quit your job in order to be with me is not really actually a healthy boundary. This is a family business, and in order for you to be with me, you gotta quit your job. That doesn't really work. Boundaries work if you continue to deal with her, if you continue to deal with this woman, then we will get divorced. There is no in between. I'm telling you, I do not want to continue to share her. I don't want to do that. And so you're going to have to find a way to say the words. If he ghosts her, I am perfectly fine with that too. If he's just if he doesn't speak to her at work, if he doesn't talk to her on the phone, I'm all right with the ghosting. I'm okay with ghosting a side chick. I'm fine with that. Trying to make him leave his family's business is probably not going to work, and that's not really a boundary that you can enforce. You're quit your job or I'm going to leave you. That's not really the healthiest thing to say. But you can put the boundary of, if you do this, then I. That's what a boundary is. If you, then I. But you have to be willing to back that up. You have to be willing to actually go through with the boundary, because the thing is, you're saying that, this is I would be a divorce, but it's not really that boundary. You don't want that. You keep telling him that I want a divorce, and then he can talk you back into not divorcing him by saying things that you want to hear. So it's not really a boundary. Like you actually haven't set a boundary. You haven't actually said, okay, if this happens, then I will do X, Y, or Z. That will be the consequence to that action. You actually haven't done that. So he's actually not breaking the boundary. I know that sucks, but I'm just saying, technically, that's not actually what's happening. Um, Quitting her, I'm fully behind you on that, but I don't know so much about quitting his job. I don't know if that's like the most responsible thing to do. If you can find another job and that's comparable, okay, fine, but it's still like family business. Yeah, I think that might be asking a little bit much. But quitting her, letting her go, yeah, he should be doing that. So he doesn't have to say the words to her, it's fine. But if you continue to carry on with her, if you continue to be inappropriate with her, you keep having this relationship with her, then I will not participate in a relationship with you. That's how the boundary works, but it's kind of an ultimatum. And I don't really like ultimatums because you put people into corners and they respond badly. So I understand wanting to establish boundaries, but you're going to have to think of it more in terms of what you're willing to do to enforce that boundary. Does that make sense? Everybody who's listening, I don't know if Brittany is here, but does that make sense to you? If you were hearing it now, let me know. And if you're here now, we're on the replay. Hey, if you were with me on this replay and you've been with me this long, hit hashtag replay. Let me know you were here with me, you was listening. I want to know about that too. All right, Christina. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, because boundaries are difficult, and it's like you don't want to leave. If you don't want to leave, then there's no need for you to be like, well, I'm going to leave you if you don't do this, because then you're not genuine, and then they're not going to believe you, and then you're not going to get it anyway. So there's no need to say things that you don't actually mean. And you got to be a little bit better with boundaries and just say, okay, if this happens, then I will. That's how you handle the boundary thing. All right. Ebony, hey, see you over there on Instagram, girl. Hey. Ooh. All right. I don't see any other questions. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, complaints? This is an interesting question. Amber asks, has anybody ever asked the significant other why they cheated? And if so, did it make things better or worse? Hey, girl. I said I kind of want to ask just to understand more. The answer to that question is you're not. I'm sorry. Your brain is. Remember, I told you about how your brain wants to keep on asking all these questions, collecting all this information because that's what your brain does in an emergency situation. It's collecting the information. It's trying to make things right. And if you just let it do that, it'll continue to make bad connections and think the worst. Uh, Asking them why they did it, I mean, what answer would be satisfactory? What answer would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that brings me a little peace. Oh, okay, yeah, I can understand how you did that. You're not going to really do that. So what's the point? Don't ask questions that are just going to hurt you to hear the answers to. And don't do it. It's not fun. Don't do it. All right. You said, Christina said, I didn't set any boundaries. I just told him exactly what I wasn't putting up with, and we've been good. Yeah. It's like, don't give ultimatums. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to leave you when you die. That just makes you less credible. And so then he really is not going to listen because he knows that you're gonna bluff. So just let him know, no, I'm not going to deal with this. And, that's how I was with my husband for a little while. I was like, look, he was like, well, maybe you should just leave me if you're so unhappy. And I was like, no, you're just going to do better by me. That's what's going to happen. I'm not going any damn where. You're not going any damn where. We're going to work this out, but I'm telling you, this is what I need from you. And I don't think I'm asking a lot. I'm not begging for everything. I'm not constantly being like, oh, you have to do this, that, all my way. I didn't say that, but there are some things that I need and you're going to have to do them. And that's just where we're at. So, yeah, that worked. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Christina. Totally. All right. So any other questions, comments, thoughts, complaints? Anything else you need to know from me? Because if not, my friends, I'm going to give you an affirmation. Let's do an affirmation real quick before my computer dies because somehow I forgot my charger. Got all the chargers plugged in except for that one. All right, let's do an affirmation because whatever you tell yourself is an affirmation. Whether you tell yourself a horror story or you tell yourself a positive story, you are affirming that in your brain. So you have to be careful and you have to be mindful about what you repeat to yourself on a regular basis, okay? So this one says, today I have faith. Today I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. And it is. It is. Your life can be freaking magical if you just believe. Have the faith that your life is going to go well. You are going to heal up from this. Things are going to go well. Today I have faith. Today I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. And it is. It's possible. Who would have thought that I'd be here? Anything is possible. Anything is possible in this world. Whatever you put your mind to, set your attention to, you can do. So you've got to stop focusing on the negative right now and put your focus on good things if you want that to be the case. All right. All right. I think that's about it. I don't see any other questions. I am so happy whenever you all join me. Definitely message me. Let me know that you want to talk to me. If you need some help, if you need some coaching, I am here for you. I have programs. We can work it out. We can figure out how to get you on a healing path and healed. Not just on the path, but actually healed and feeling better. All right? And I want to help you. I got all this information now. Hey, I went through it so you can go ahead and benefit from my knowledge. I take that. I really truly believe that I went through this so that I could be able to tell you how to get through it. So ask me, message me, let me know. All right. And hey, message Dasha Elkerson because for some reason Facebook keeps on not letting me in to see my messages in Messenger for some reason for Love Coach Dasha. So Dasha Elkerson, that's me. Come be my friend and message me because for some reason that's not working well. All right, it won't let me in. I can see that I got messages, but it's not letting me in the way it should. Or even better, email me. Email Dasha, DASHA, at lovecoachdasha.com. All right, go ahead and message me. All right, you're welcome, Selena. You have a great night. I hope you all have great nights. Feel good, love a lot, be happy. You deserve it, okay? All right, that's it. That's all I got for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again right back here next week for the Healing Hour Live. In the meantime, don't do what the fear tells you to do and live your life with as much love as you possibly can. All right? Open yourself up. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.